bros, and welcome to SFX0 BroFive production and the first part of Sakura Dungen. Starting right here. Alright, I don't know what it is there, but Sakura Dungen, it's a bit different from the other Sakura games. It's more like Sakura Clicker, but not really like that. And I haven't done anything on Sakura Clicker because that's not really a game. It's just, well, it's kind of a game. But let's just I think I unlocked something. No, I have not. So I played a little on my other PC to just get the hang of it. But let's just start and let's see what happens. You kind of have to play on hard or absolute, but I'm gonna play on normal because I have not finished the game even once. So I'm not gonna play on hard or difficulty. Huh? Is this a long dream finally over? What happened to me? Flies. How much time has passed? Cannot say for sure. But I can tell that I have not been awake for a long time. That's right. I'm beginning to remember now. A large yawn escaped from my legs as I just at my surroundings. I rubbed the sleep away from my eyes when my vision slowly focusing. That was a good match. It's then that I noticed someone else standing in the room. You monster! A woman dragged his lawn in his shoulder. She's kind of rude considering that I had just I challenge you. I can't help but ignore her for a moment. Looking behind me, I see a shrine with crystal in its center. Tapping this strange guitar, nothing is going on. Tell me, what did you do inside this room? Huh? I saw the potion emerge from the mist which came out of. So it seems like I was sealed in a puzzle. I have no idea how this puzzle works, but this woman was capable of figuring it out. But enough of that. I know what you are, but I will defeat you. Oh, so you're an adventurer. I looked her up and down. She does look like type. You can obviously tell that she's trained hard. Every single one of her movements are precise and efficient. Know my name, Fox. I'm Sari, the Adventurer Knight. If you're an adventurer, you'll be up to date on the current events, right? I don't understand why you're asking that, but yes. Tell me, adventurer, when did the domain of Queen Isis disappear in the dunes? She looks at me dumbfounded. Eh? What a bizarre question. That was during mythical times, hundreds, if not thousands of years. Oh, it's been a while then. Several hundred years. I wonder what has changed while I've been asleep. You don't even care that I'm here. Stop insulting me. The things are played down in the sky. Let's step to the side avoiding the completely. She looks where I was standing. How? So fast. Oh, since my power is I can feel the net closing through my mouth. No matter in the excitement while I was asleep. That is not true. It means that I'm going to have a lot of questions to ask when I get back to town, assuming it's still there. I still have enough power to defend myself against this adventure, however. Grabbing the help of the sword, so close. Please stop that. Again and again, this fast, very fast, for a minute at least. However, she isn't able to keep up with me. No, you can't be be this fast. Why not? You just can't be. Keep putting an answer in your mouth. Damn it. Ignoring me for a moment, she looks behind herself. No, I can't run away. She steals herself. Fake monster. She shot at me, brandishing her sword carelessly. I had enough of this. In my hands, swimming in all the water forms. Nothing from my head, the orb hits the adventure in the chest. The force it seems her flying back across the room. Her armor shatters into pieces. I slowly walk over, looking down as she lays on the ground. She tries to stand back up, but is unable to muster the strength to do so. But she doesn't look afraid. In fact, she's looking me dead in the eye. So, this is the victim. I know this will come eventually. Despite her obvious pain, she forces a smile. Well, you're my last opponent. When I get a last request, I think you misunderstand my intentions. Even though this woman is style, I have no intention of ending her life. From my list, I can work for. None of the room slowly circling on the fallen night. Wait, what are you doing? I finish the spell and my mana dissipates. Come on, get up. What? Don't be. Her body responds and then stands upright. What? My body did that on its own. What did you do to me? Sorry, I have to test if the spell worked correctly. What spell? What did you do? It's a fighting spell. A contract you and I. From this day forward, you are my superior and I'm your master. Actually, I think I'm gonna turn off the channel. Just because that might actually cover my word. Oh. I have no idea really how the game works properly. From this day forward, you are my subordinate and I'm your master. You may call me Yumi. I used the last of my power on this spell, so I'm going to be relying on you, Sari. I'm your what? Release me from this spell immediately. Sorry, but I can't release this spell right now. First of all, we need to get you somewhere safe. Let's see if I still have it. Shaking one of my pockets, I can't help but smile when I see it. Here it is. I firmly grab the knight by her arm. What are you doing? Please just tell me what's going on. 3, 2, 1. The warp stone inside my robe begins to resonate. One moment we are standing in that room. The next we're standing in my hometown. Where are we? Somewhere safe. This is the town I passed through earlier. Why here? Of all places. Oh, good to know that the illusion spell is still working then. What's even better is that this town is still standing. Illusion spell? I don't understand. What do you mean by... She just slumps her shoulder in defeat. Well, it's somewhere safe. But what does this town mean to you, Fox? It's humans here, so why would this place be unsafe? Would this place be unsafe for you? Not at all. I founded this town myself. We needed to disguise the dungeon's entrance, so this was our solution. Dungeon entrance? Wait, are you telling me that you're the dungeon lord? I was, at least. But I am guessing that is no longer the case. My connection to the dungeon has been severed. So that could only mean one thing. I've been usurped. Usurped? I'm not really sure about that right. URSURPED. That's a weird word for me. Sherry just stares at me in disbelief. Such a thing can happen? Sometimes, yes. Let me guess, you were there to clear out the monsters? Well, yes, but I have failed miserably. That's good, actually. Our goals are the same. Anyway, I do not like seeing you walk around in tatters. Let's get you cleaned up. I take her with me to the inn. As I step inside, everyone goes silent. Everyone immediately stands up and rushes to the entrance. One particular figure stands out among them. None other than Isabella, my innkeeper. My humble master, is that really you? Really, really, really? Who else would it be, Isabella? She has erupted from the inn. Sorry to keep all of you waiting. We didn't know what happened to you. One day you were here, then you disappeared. This is so sudden. Where have you been? I was sealed away inside an abandoned room. I do not quite remember how that happened, but I think I will work it out. I see. The important thing is that you're okay. We are so glad to have our dungeon lord back. I'm glad to see you all again. However, there is a problem at hand. Yes? Unfortunately, in your absence, someone else has taken your dungeon from you. I heard things are really bad down there right now. Sherry just stares at them. You were all monsters? Like I said, illusion spell. Since you currently are my subordinate, you can see through it. She appears to be in a state of shock. Oh yes, you served her earlier. Oh yes, we served her earlier. What is she doing with you? She is the one who released me. So now I decided that she's going to work for me from now on. It's not like you to take humans for servants. Well, I have a good feeling about this girl. She looks kind of pale, and it looks like you two had a bit of a disagreement. Please see to her needs. No problem. I'm more than happy to serve you, my humble master. She leads Sherry away to the spare room. I have a hot bath ready for you right away. I should be able to mend this armor too. Okay, that sounds fine. After a hot bath and a fresh change of clothes, Sarah looks like she has recovered from her shock. Your strange hospital for monsters. That normally would have cost me 100 of gold pieces. We look after our own around here. Now then, Sherry. I know you aren't going to like this, but we have to work together now. You want to clear out the dungeon, I want to get my dungeon back. I do not think it is unreasonable to join forces, do you? Just go silent for a moment. While I find the idea of working for a monster completely absurd, I know that there's nothing I can do about this spell you have placed on me. And it is as you said, we share a common goal. To defeat the monsters regaining over this dungeon, so I see no point in being angry about things I cannot change. I accept this bargain. It makes me very glad to hear that, Sherry. You look like you're quite experienced with dungeon delving, so I'm sure your expertise will be useful. Ha! It did me no good against you. I haven't had a really challenge in a long time, and it's going to my head. Perhaps this experience is just what I needed. Sometimes you need to take a blow to your pride. It cannot hurt now and then, can it? Humility is only the way that we improve ourselves. She lets out a bitter laugh. I would have liked to have learned this lesson a different way. But as you said, there's no point in complaining about circumstances you cannot change. Anyway, if you need some time before we begin our adventure, I understand. Please feel free to make use of any of the services we have here. Thank you. I think the first thing I need is a drink. She wanders off to the bar then. While this entire situation isn't ideal, I can't help but be excited. Several hundred years is plenty of time for things to change. It could be an entire new human kingdom out there. New monsters I could meet. New food I could eat. It's as if I have stepped in another world. While I cannot say that I was happy to be sealed, I want to make the most of this experience. So let's see what lies ahead. So now I can go to some of this. Some of these are still locked. I cannot change the outfit, though I want to. I have not captured any monsters. Yeah, we're gonna go on until the first battle, I think. Let's go to the shop. As I enter the shop, someone smiles to me from behind the counter. Now there's someone I have not seen in a long time. I did not believe it when they said you were back. Well, I'm here. So what wondrous goods does my shopkeeper have to share today? Well, we have fallen on a hard time since the new dungeon lord took over. We currently do not have the capacity to make any particular strong items at the moment. If you bring me mana shards, though, I can make you some basic items. I hope this is enough to make you happy. It's more than enough. You have kept things here nice and tidy, even after hundreds of years. I'm very proud of you, Charlotte. It is good to hear your kind words again, my humble master. I've been saving this case. I needed it, but I think it would be better if you had it. She walks up to me and places something in the palm of my hand. You found a warpstone. A warpstone? Excellent. Thank you, Charlotte. You are more than welcome. Bring back mana shards from the dungeon and I will gladly make you more. At the moment, the shop does not have a wide array of items. As you progress through the dungeon, more items will become available. Make sure to frequently check the shop and see what else is available between dungeon expeditions. Warpstone, those I gonna get a good number of. And healing potion will not be too useful if I play as I usually do in game. And by the way, I just see this game is actually 1.01. Funny. Alright, what was I gonna say? Damn it! I'm good with this. Actually, let's explore the dungeon. As we step towards the gate, Cher seems apprehensive. Is something the matter? Well, apart from everything that just happened, there's always a sense of anticipation before you first enter a dungeon. Well, this is the second time I'm entering. Tell me it is the first. My sealed chamber has long since been cut off from the actual dungeon. I see. Anyway, let's not worry about that. Let's go take my dungeon back. As we step inside, I can smell the earth dust in the air. A dim darkness illuminated, a few spare torches spreads out in the front of us. It's all too familiar to me. It's good to be home. So before we get started, there's just a few things I would like to make clear. Yumi? Yes? If we're going to work together, can we please approach this my way? Although you are very powerful, I do not know how much dungeon delving you've done. So yeah, I feel that I would be best to use my experience here, as you wish. I'm here to simply provide guidance. What path do you take is up to you. Strange words from someone who just enslaved me. This is just a necessary part of our agreement. So what do you propose? She pulls out a bundle of papers and what appears to be a writing quill. Navigating a place like this is a difficult task. You need to map every little step you take. It's far too easy to get lost if you do not keep track. Very well. Anyway, I will take point. Let's get going, Yumi. Navigating dungeon using, yeah. Yeah. That's just how do you play the game. Huh. I'm not caring to read through all those. See, I can just press these. As we continue walk forward, I hear the sound of something moving in the darkness. Sarah immediately reacts, raising her weapon to strike. Bit by bit, our enemy emerges into the light of Sarah's blazing torch. Oh, visitors! A rabbit monster? Aren't these notoriously weak? Nothing is in this dungeon is as it seems. She has absorbed part of my power. Do not underestimate her. I'm very sorry, but the Dungeon Lord has made it clear that visitors aren't allowed. I'm also very sorry, but I can't lead. Let's get this out of the way. So this is a battle. Party members and the status. When party members, they will appear on the right side of the screen, available to skill with directly blow to them. Each skill uses AP that slowly recovers through the course of the battle. All monsters have guard skills which recovers AP and protects against attacks. Select target if you attack by clicking on it. The enemy status is displayed above the character sprites. The order in which party members and enemies take turn is displayed on the top right of the screen. The party members have gold borders around the portraits, where enemies have red portraits. Now then, defeat the Bunnygirl to proceed. Good luck. That has hurt me 9. Triple slasher. Single slash. Single slash. You found 10 mana shards. Okay. As she deals the final blow, the bunny girl is practically blown away by the force of it. Her clothes are torn to tatters, leaving her completely exposed. For a moment she just sits there on the cave floor, looking down at the clothes scraps on the floor. My clothes! No! Why did this have to happen? Extremely embarrassed, she tries to cover herself with her hand. You didn't have to be this mean, you know. I know that I had to stop you, but I really shouldn't have used such excess force. A loud sniffer comes from the bunny. An uneasy look settles on Cher's face. I'm sorry, but it was necessary. If you had just let me pass, this wouldn't have happened. You had clearly won, you know. But then you destroyed my clothes. The Dungeon Lord doesn't give us new clothes for a month on end. This is so mean to us on the upper floors. Cher looks back at me. It's only the first floor, and I already feel like a villain. She looks out a heavy sight. Is there anything we can do for her? Absolutely. I walk over to the sniffling bunny. She looks up at me with dewy eyes. Oh, come on. Everything's going to be fine. He had the past on her head. She looks a little less upset then. Is it? Head back up to the stairs and talk to my innkeeper. She will make the new clothes for you. But if I leave, the overseer will get angry. And she's really scary when she is angry. Wait, she'd be angry anyway. I'm in so much trouble. You don't have to come back. If you leave, you could just leave forever. They aren't going to be able to hunt you down. Really? Her eyes are filled with hope now. She eagerly awaits my confirmation. Yes, just get out of here. But are you going to stop them? That's why we are here. I cannot tolerate injustice being done to poor little monsters. Thank you. Do your best down here. She immediately leaves, taking off far faster than I was expecting. Well done, Sherry. You have won your first battle. It's merely one step of a long journey. But she was far stronger than I was expecting. You said she absorbed part of your power? Yes, my power has been stolen from me and shared among the monsters of this dungeon. If we are going to survive, we need to reclaim as much of it as possible. I will share my power with you as we go along, Sherry. Well, although I prefer to use my own strength, I take whatever bombs I can. Alright, one thing that's bad with the game... Oh, I didn't know that! Right, I thought you couldn't save normally like that. Apparently you can. I didn't know there was a right click. Alright, but we done with the first part. So we're gonna continue playing on and on. This game might be much longer than the other Sakura games, because if you see, the two first dungeons was in top left corner. That means there could be dungeons all the way to the bottom, and that is pretty many dungeon floors. So at least that was all I had for Sakura Dungeon this time then, so hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. BroFive!